Okay, I want to address the second part of what I talked about at the first introduction, and that is the idea of serving something greater than yourself. This also will give you a lot of courage in teaching. So perhaps after you've done and continue to do work with the first part of this, where you practice courage, you practice moving through the steps to confidence, or you can do it at the same at the same time. The part is turning your fear into realizing you are serving other people. What you're doing there is not about you. You're not there to perform. You're there to share. And there's a quote that I really like by Sally Kempton. Ask yourself this question: how can I serve something higher than my own ego? It's a powerful way to overcome fear as you walk through life. So again, ask yourself, how can I serve something higher than my own ego? And then I'm going to talk a little bit about getting to that place, how we get to that place where we can get past our ego and begin to look at our job as teachers as serving other people. So the first step is, and this is in your manual in this course, the first step is authenticity. Authenticity comes from the word courage. Courage does mean the heart. Coeur is heart in French. Compassion is also associated with the heart, but let's start with courage. So it's really difficult sometimes to speak from the heart, to share what's our deepest desire in our heart. But when we consider that, when we think about that, when we're teaching, what is it you want to share? What is it that you want other people to know about yoga? So I think that's a really good exercise to sit down and do a vision and a mission statement, okay? So by that I mean sitting down and asking yourself, what is it I want to teach? What is it I want to share? And how would I like to do that? What is the way in which I want to do that? That might change. For me, I've always wanted to teach people I've wanted to teach people a lot about how to have more confidence, but just how to live a happier life. And I never knew when I first I received my undergrad in English education, because I felt like reading was a great way to help people. Then I got my master's in psychology, counseling psychology. Back then, I never even knew what yoga was. That was 45 or more years ago. So my goal is still the same. My basic mission is the same, but it changes a little bit in the path. So know that that's always going to happen for you, especially if you're a lot younger than I am. But we come first to question ourselves, what is it? What's in my heart? When we know that, we are practicing from an authentic voice, and that in itself gives you courage. That in itself gives you confidence. That moves you away from your ego and into what's in your heart. And again, the heart being a combination of both courage and compassion. You have compassion for the others who you want to share this with, and you have courage because it's authentic, it's in your heart. When what's in your heart and how you behave are dovetailing, are synchronistic, you're much more likely to feel that you're moving on your path. The second step I talk about in this article is, you, like the Boy Scouts, you always want to be prepared. So just like when we were talking about in the first meditation, we want to move forward and become capable. So to become capable, we try things, we achieve a sense of capability because we have been there, we've done that, and that's one way to feel that you're prepared, is to practice those steps towards courage, towards confidence. But also, if when you're teaching, you have fully prepared. Right now, I have all kinds of papers laying around me because there's many things in these papers that I've studied and read and I might want to share with you. So I feel confident in talking, in that if I, for a moment, lose my train of thought, I can look at one of my papers. One of my favorite teachers Eric Schiffman said, always have index cards that you slip underneath your mat of what you want to teach. Not just what you want to teach, like I wanted to go through triangle, warrior two, blah, 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 blah. But what do you want to say? What's in your heart? What is it that you want to give these students when they walk away? And you put those under there, you know they're there. And he said, but you'll probably rarely use them. But the fact that they're there, you prepared, you went through the steps. And I would add to that practicing teaching what you want to teach. Maybe it's in a situation like I'm in right now where I have animals running all around me and it's not the perfect situation for teaching, but it still allows me to use my voice and to work through the different things that I want to share with you. So practicing is really, really important. Listening to yourself speaking over and over again on videos, on your camera, that is also a form of preparation. Third step is to define your fears. When you define your fears, you can prepare as well. Are they marketing, competition, difficult teaching situation, sustainability? These are all things that you want to identify.